From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, the Children's Minister says she's sad and disappointed to hear about the deaths of 2 children in the first 6 days of the year. 2 men are facing murder charges after the death of a baby in Hamilton last week and a young child in Manukau yesterday morning. Karen Chaw says the death of a child is utterly heartbreaking and there are many other instances of violence that aren't being seen or spoken about. That's a sentiment being echoed by Child Matters Chief Executive Jane Searle.
It's not just the children that tragically lose their lives, but it's also the children we never hear about in the media who have life-changing injuries or harm that they live with for the rest of their lives.
A view New Zealanders should be open for conversations around the cost of our backcountry huts. A Department of Conservation consultation paper suggests charging people up to $57 a night to use many huts. It also proposes switching them from a first-come, first-served system to online bookings. Te Araroa Trust CEO Matt Claridge says it doesn't mean Kiwis will pay more.
There's a fair case for New Zealanders to pay less than international visitors.
Canada's parliament has been suspended until late March following the resignation of Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. After 9 years in the country's top job, Trudeau will step down once his Liberal Party elects a new leader. The next general election must take place before October. Opposition leader Pierre Poilievre of the Conservative Party has responded to Trudeau's resignation with a campaign-like video.
While leaderless Liberals focus on saving their jobs and fighting each other for power, the country spirals out of control, an out-of-control housing emergency, an out-of-control migrant crisis, an out-of-control $62 billion deficit.
People are seriously injured after a 2-vehicle crash on the Tasman coastal highway near Nelson. Police were called to the crash after 3 between Maisie and Redwood Roads in Appleby. The road is closed with diversions in place. That's news. I'm Adam Cooper. In sports, Cameron Norrie has apologised for his behaviour during his first-round exit at the ASB Men's Tennis Classic in Auckland, which included tossing his racket towards a spectator seated in a corporate box. Towards the end of his 6-2, 6-3 loss to Argentine Cafondo Diaz Acosta, the Kiwi raised Brit shanked a ball at 3-5 down and 30 all, then turned and hurled his racket in frustration, which struck a female fan in a box just behind the baseline. 4-time Indianapolis 500 winner Helio Castroneves will attempt to make his NASCAR debut at next month's Daytona 500. Castroneves will drive for Trackhouse Racing, which also houses Kiwi driver Shane van Gisbergen. The Brazilian has to earn his spot in the Daytona 500 field during qualifying, with 6 extra berths available in NASCAR's biggest race. And that's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.